Guys, it's finally here. I can't believe I finally got one of these. This is the Insta360 X5. Bear with me for just a second. This is not a sponsored video. I bought the Insta360 X5 with my own money, $700 to be exact, after tax. And in this video, we're gonna cover what comes with the Essentials kit, because if you're just getting started with Insta360 products, it's probably the only one that makes the most sense. So you've probably seen a ton of polished reviews from influencers in the recent weeks, but all of those sponsored. And I'm just a solo creator on a budget trying to build cool stuff, and I want to show you what it's really like to use the Insta360 X5. And I'm literally riding my e-bike right now, and if Insta360's improved microphone with wind reduction is actually working as well as they claim it is, you should be hearing me loud and clear. And we can also get GPS data on this thing too if you record through the app. Now, my Insta360 journey started years ago with the Insta360 One X. It was actually pretty revolutionary. It still is. However, the app, not so much, a big L. The app was clunky, it was slow, it made it really hard to recommend. Basically what they did is they created the camera first and then started developing the app afterwards. So it was really hard to edit anything on the phone, let alone the laptop. But today with the X5, new AI-powered apps, it is everything that you expect it to be right out of the box without any of the BS.
Back in my day, we didn't have this AI technology that would track your face as you walk around in a circle. We had to do something called keyframing and do it all ourselves. It took all day and all night.
Now, if you're planning on getting the Essentials kit, this is everything that's included with that. And if you're new to Insta360, it's probably a safe bet that you're going to want to get all of these things right here. Obviously, you're going to get the camera. And man, there are some major improvements on this versus the X1 that I've had. I like this geometric design pattern on the back. And this is supposed to be that new and improved microphone that helps with wind noise reduction and whatnot here. But definitely thicker than the X1, but we've got the replaceable lenses this time. And we'll come back to that here shortly. Now, we've also got this soft little neoprene case here that zips open, which is a nice touch. And then you can keep some extra lenses or a cloth in here. So what's really great is once you have this attached to the selfie handle, if you want to, what you can do is you can just put it in here and kind of zip it, 90% of the way closed, and then you can keep it attached while protected up here. So that's always really nice here too. You're getting these two little lens covers right here, the lens guards. I'm not sure if I like these or not yet, and if I'm going to get any type of like weird lens flaring or reduction in resolution by using these, but they actually have served their purpose already and protected from a fall earlier. So I'm going to test these out some more. I want to see how they work underwater. Are they waterproof? Like as far as the seal, I don't think so, but I wonder if that might be give me better clarity underwater, because when you go swimming with GoPros and things of these nature, the way things reflect light comes out kind of weird. Then you've also got this case that's going to go over the top here, even with these on, so you can slide it over to protect the lenses if you're not carrying the carrying case. You also get an extra battery and the quick charge case, so an extra battery, have two is good. And then you got the charging case right here, so it's just going to lock into place. And it clips in, which is kind of nice. And then you've got some little slots right here for micro SD cards if you want to carry some extras, which is a nice touch. Yes, and then you've got your input port right here for USB-C. And then you've also got this piece out here. So you could plug this in, or you could actually use it to charge external devices like your phone or something. So it's kind of nice that it's not just, for charging only. You could use it as a battering bank. And then last but not least is this carry case, which is good if you're going on a trip. I probably wouldn't carry this with me every single day, but you can take the battery charger, that'll slide in right here. You would take the Insta360 with the case, that'll fit in right here. And you got an extra spot over here for a couple extra accessories. And obviously not to overlook, you got an extra mesh pocket up here with some additional pockets on the inside to hold whatever extras you want. Now we've also got the invisible selfie stick, which has changed a little bit. Now you just pull it out and it holds its shape. I still have the original Insta360 invisible selfie stick from Gen 1. So you can see this one is a little bit longer just to start, and this one actually uses more of a twist lock feature in order to extend. So there were some issues with this. You would extend it like so, and then if you want to loosen it, it goes in. It wouldn't just, pulling it in and out. And there were some issues because sometimes you twist things on or they would come loose. So I think that's a nice upgrade, but I wanted to see what the weight difference is. So the old one is 166 grams, while this newer one is 100 and and 28 grams. Yeah, so you're saving about, what is that, 38 grams of weight just between these two, but overall around the same length. But it's not always nice to have an extra one. And just in case you wanted to see what the case looks like filled up, that's what it's like with the components. It's got a nice little touch right here. It's got a little holder here for the selfie stick, which is nice. But then the question is do I really want to use this molded piece that's in here, or would I be better served just letting everything lay inside of here and trying to cram as much stuff as possible, which is probably what I'd actually do. So I'll probably just put this off to the side, put all of my different things in here, close it up and call it a day. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into the user interface and everything on this because there's 50 million videos out there already. But I have to say, as somebody who's leveling up and getting a X5 after only owning the first generation, I have to say this touchscreen right here is next level. It is very intuitive. It is very GoPro-esque. Like GoPro has set the standard, but swipe down, you've got your different settings. You can swipe up, you can change the settings for the profile that you're currently in. You can swipe to the right for your different camera, like color profiles and all of that great stuff. Swipe on the left side and you can replay all of your stuff and go through all of it. Like very, very well done. Right, your quick buttons down here if you want them. There's to record. Right, you got shortcut buttons you can press, and then you can swipe through all of this stuff. If you want to do 360 single lanes, yeah, we'll be talking more about this later, so I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. But overall, like really, 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 really nice design, especially like I said, once again, for somebody like me who's upgrading and haven't had one since the first gen. So let's check out some of the test footage. Strapping this thing to a drone isn't difficult, but getting it balanced can be a little bit challenging if you want your drone to fly efficiently. However, with the 360 camera, you're going to get incredible views that you can't get with any other regular camera. Pulling out wide, you can keyframe and do the barrel rolls and flips, or not, and watch the drone rotate around the camera as you fly. So it's really great for reframing at a later point in time, or just putting it on a tripod and then keyframing your shots afterwards. And bullet time works as well as it always did. It just looks 10 times better now than before. I actually kept the original OG string as well as my $4 DIY handle. So if anybody wants to learn more about that, I'll put a card or a link around here so you can check out that video. And last but not least, what about 360 pictures and virtual tours? Stay tuned for this because I will be creating more videos on this as I have more opportunities with real estate, residential, and commercial to use this to my advantage and make sure that this little camera can make me some money back at the same time. But using a free software called Kuula allows you to create 360 virtual tours. If you want to do a walking tour, as you see demonstrated here, you do have to pay for their pro plan. But when you're logged into your account on the free plan, you can actually test what that functionality looks like. I think it looks fantastic. Let me know what you think down below. At any rate, I hope this video helps you if you're thinking about getting the new Insta360 X5, especially if you're upgrading from an older version like I have. Make sure you like and subscribe because I'm going to be creating a lot more videos on how to best use this camera with all its new features and functionality. If you have any additional questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll see you in another video.